Hello, welcome. I'm Jolie Wilson, a multidimensional channel, and I want to talk to you today about what's going on in the world and why you do have permission to relax, to return to peace and trust that everything is happening just through your existence, with literally nothing else that you need to do other than move into your highest, brightest, most joy-filled timelines. I am a direct transmitter. I use the word channel because that's what people most closely identify with. I am in the final stages of my oversoul and monad merging, and so I no longer need to be the middleman between collective spirit guides, source consciousness, and the messages I am transmitting for humanity. I am that. I am merging. What happened to me over the last couple of years was my veil began to lift. I'd been trying to channel for a good 10 years. I was doing psychic work. I do quantum healing, hypnosis technique, tarot card readings, psychic work for sure, but I just didn't feel comfortable calling myself a channel because it felt spotty. It didn't feel clear. It didn't feel fully rooted. And what I realized, and this was about when I was 46 years old, I had started to think that maybe the ship had sailed and this was not my calling. But what I realized is that it was my first and primary soul contract to anchor the souls of my 4 golden wave children who are part of these really important soul groups on Earth right now, remembering the new Earth and literally creating it through our breath and being that I'm about to tell you about. So I personally had a self-imposed, if you want to call it that, block that was also in coordination with my spirit guides, and it wasn't yet my time. So whether you are 18 years old or 99 years old, divine timing is such an important part of everyone's process. And again, that could come at a very young age, or it could be coming in at the end of your lifetime. Because right now on Earth, we have 7 generations alive that are part of the new Earth consciousness that you may have heard referred to as the 8 million volunteers. So about 3/4 of these volunteers, give or take, are alive on the Earth in physical bodies. Not everyone yet is awake and understanding really their mission. However, that's happening at a more rapid speed, and currently more souls are being born to complete this 8 million volunteer soul group. However, you still do your work from the spirit world. So even when someone crosses over back to spirit after having a life here on Earth, and those souls not quite born, they are not any less powerful in this. They're not more or less powerful than those of us already here and in this. So trust that. So this is a mathematical equation. There are around 8 billion people on the planet, and 8 million is basically the square root of that. So that is what it takes. 8 million carrying light codes, carrying these new Earth blueprints in their DNA to exist in both form on Earth and in the spirit world, to tip the balance, to return it to new Earth. So as I was mentioning, my veil has lifted over the last couple of years, and what that means is I now can remember my past lives. I can also remember my future lives, and I also am able to connect, to transmit, to offer information from collectives, from councils in real time. So part of what I remember and what I'm finishing is my last life in Lemuria, and that was a good over 10,000 years ago. And I just finished my book. It's currently in editing right now. It's called The Last Lightkeeper. So I remember staying to the very end and putting the codes into the land and into the earth so that the remembrance could come in waves over time. So distortion entered the planet, but remember, everything is in divine order. Everything is one. Everything is, in fact, God expressing itself in all of its potential. However, this planet Earth is really more resonant as a unity consciousness planet, which is what I remember from my lives in not only Lemuria, but Atlantis, ancient Egypt, and these really incredible ancient civilizations that have gone through cycles of rising and falling and all of this distortion on the planet. And now what we see in our current life, if you're here with me in 2026, is a lot of institutions and organizations and systems that are not controlling the planet, because you have free will and you have sovereignty. No one can control you unless you're giving your permission, and it could be on an unconscious level. So you have free will and you have sovereignty. You do not have to be controlled by these systems. And again, they really can't control you, but we could better say it that they are currently influencing this 8 billion population. So if you're watching this, you are absolutely one of the 8 million. You really wouldn't be interested or even be watching it at this point if you weren't. So if you feel something, a tingling, even if you are feeling like, oh, I hope or I wish or want to be part of the group, trust that you are. It's really beautiful what's happening because we get to relax. Now, if you are somebody who is in politics or a lawyer or a legal professional, yes, you may need to be taking action right now. Real action, real tangible action as all of this exposure is happening. But something that I found really interesting and almost a little sad, I guess, because I personally want everyone to be living free and happy, as I was watching this podcast with 4 men. And I personally was so excited to watch it because I am currently raising 4 boys. And in my experience over the last couple of decades teaching yoga, meditation, and breathwork, there is a lack of men in the spiritual spaces. So I was just so excited to watch this podcast, and I didn't get to watch it the night it aired because I had, my kids. And so I just started to read a few of the comments, and I wasn't shocked, I guess, but for lack of better words, I was a little shocked. So many people were just really sharing a lot of low vibrational 3D projections of everything that was wrong with this podcast, what was wrong with these people, and there needs to be women on this panel. This was just like this constant theme, and here I was so excited to hear 4 men in their spiritual masculine energy discussing these topics. So I'm just like, who's right? Well, nobody's right, but there are infinite perspectives to have in any situation, and most of us, I get caught up in it too, we are accidentally, out of lack of awareness, lack of education on the consciousness, spiritual realms, we are really deeply buying in to a lot of 3D narratives that we could just toss out super easily. And that was one of them, this feeling like, oh gosh, 4 men. I mean, the comments just went on, and here I was celebrating 4 men having these heart-led, conscious, connected conversations. So as far as the 3D, what does that even mean? So the 3rd dimension is what most of the 8 billion people are resonating in. This is things like, the medical industry is a sick care, wheel of profiting off you being sick. The school institutions were designed to, make us robots, to make us worker bees and suppress our intuition. The government, these political parties were created to divide us and to keep us arguing in the dark while all this other stuff was happening. And sure, that's true if you fully believe that and put all of your energy into that reality, and thus you make it so. You amplify that timeline. And there are much better, higher vibrational, higher dimensional timelines to embody. I think I said it, if I remember right, that at the beginning of this video, I said we aren't all living the same reality. I love the quote, hostile people live in a hostile world. Loving people live in a loving world. Same world. What world are you living in? Are you living in a hostile world, believing all these narratives and all these really dense, heavy, scary things? Or are you living in a loving world where you're joining people like me and these collective groups where we're having these discussions and we're doing breath work together and different practices and quantum activation to remember who we truly are and to activate our light codes that are in our DNA, in our crystalline blueprints, and allowing these 8 million souls to fully ignite, to fully activate, so that we can see this planet return back to unity consciousness and the new earth. Which one are you choosing? Because it is, in fact, a choice. This is a belief-based reality, and you are constantly choosing what you hold internally, which constantly and consistently creates your external reality. So all that I said about like the systems, the government, the schools, the medical field, there are much better realities to embody in the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension, and above. So the reason I was able to go to that podcast and be so excited about 4 men sharing from their heart spaces their views on what's happening in the world and where we're going and who we are and where we need to be, I had such this like beautiful resonance coming in because I'm living in the 5th dimension and above. Another comment that I saw on this podcast was, oh, what is this? This is just a bunch of talk about love and light, and this isn't doing anything. This isn't, in there doing anything. And again, that's a 3D mindset to believe that we need to get in there. As I said, if you're a professional in politics, in the law field, in, the police force, sure, there are actions you can realistically take right now that can help humanity. But those of us who are here carrying the light codes, who aren't in those particular professions, it's important that we don't keep looping in these fear-based narratives, in these heavy, dense, depressing, bringing us down, keeping us suppressed type of stories. You've got to get out of that. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm just seeing if anyone wants to come through for a transmission. We are the councils of light. Jolie refers to us as this because we are a braid of beings from many star systems, from many realms, from many dimensions, and from many timelines, both past, present, and future, to assist in what needs to be shared in each given moment. You are asked to release the heaviness that you've been holding. We feel that many of you watching this hold constriction around your heart. There is a sadness there, a deep grief. There is a tension being held in your shoulders, in your face, behind your eyes. And we send you so much love. For those of you who are learning perhaps for the first time some of the darker agendas that have been alive on your planet. However, you have already lived lifetimes of suffering. You have already lived in civilizations where things were very repressed for you. And you have now come here in this incarnation as one of the 8 million volunteers. And in that, you have full permission to relax your shoulders, to soften your eyes, to breathe deeper, to live from soul, and to cultivate a life that is full of love, that is full of joy, that is full of high resonant vibration, that is full of loving, singing, dancing, playing, celebrating, making love, creating rituals and ceremonies in your community. See, this is what brings the new earth. And for those of you who feel it must be harder, for those of you who feel that you must get in the trenches and fight, we would ask this question of you to inquire within your own heart, for your heart is a portal to the divine. Your heart is connected to that which is beyond space and time, and anyone and everyone can connect to truth and to source if you so choose and practice. So the question that we would offer you, the inquiry to your own heart, is what part of you still believes that you must fight? What part of you still believes that it must be hard? What part of you still believes that even if these distortions have been on your planet for tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of years, what part of you believes that it cannot be changed in a short amount of time? What part of you has forgotten how far you've come in your lifetime and what did not exist or was not available to you as a child? What part of you forgot about magic, about miracles? What part of you shut down your door, your window to enchantment, to beauty, to the miraculousness of life itself? We invite you to soften. We invite you to return to your heart and to truth. We invite you to call in spirit in its many various forms, however you feel it can most and best support you. Trust, believe, soften, and choose your thoughts wisely, for it is your thoughts that put energy into emotion, energy into motion, emotions. And it is your emotions and thus your thoughts, beliefs, and perspectives that amplify your chosen timeline. We invite you to choose higher. We invite you to choose more resonance. We invite you to choose ease. We invite you to embody peace. I hope this helps you understand a little bit about the 8 million volunteers. There's so many soul groups besides the 8 million and within the 8 million. So many of you have heard of the 144,000, but there's many more besides that. But today I just kind of wanted to give people that watch this some ease, permission to rest, permission to dance, sing, and play. You can hold victims' stories in your hearts. You can hold love for those suffering in your hearts. Just don't get stuck there. Just don't loop there throughout your day. Hold them in your heart, send love, and return to sovereignty, to peace, to choice of what you are amplifying.